Grand Rising, guys. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Let's clear the energies. Okay. We have the presence of the Egyptian gods and goddesses. My ancestors, thank you for being here. Bless this space. Bless my mind and my soul. And I ask that you, Holy Spirit, speak through me. It is my intention for the divine, for the Most High, to use me as the vessel that's gonna share this message with you guys. I'm trying to bear with me on where I try to set this up better. All right, so we're gonna give this a start. Let's start the message, shall we? Welcome in. I ask that you come with your discernment and intuition. Not all part of the message, not all the message or part of the message will be for you and is aligned to you. Use your discernment for this, okay? So let's see what the ancestors want to speak about. Heavy on judgment, situations going down, things not being seen at this time, and others that are being seen, truths coming out, lies and deceits that have been hidden for a long time now. That's what I'm hearing. That is the download. Divine court. See? Divine court. Let's pull this one out. The Holy Spirit wants me to pull this one. I'm going to read it for you in 1 second. Okay. Let's see what else. Holy Spirit, what else do you want to say? What else do you want to say? What else do you want to talk about? Oh. Healer. Okay. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you for this. Archangel Michael. Yes. Go ahead and set yourself in here. Cut through all negativity and low vibration frequencies and entities. And I ask that you return them to sender, where they belong. Okay. One more. Mentally unstable. All right. That's enough. The scales. Heart against a feather. Heavy on Anubis. That's why he's present at this time. All right. So we have divine court. So we are going to give. We're going to start. Court is in session. Divine court. You hold the reign to the spiritual court. You bring justice. You execute justice to its finest. Heavy on Anubis. Protected. Your ancestors ride to the ends of this world for you. Mentally unstable. These people are mentally unstable. You are part of the healers, light workers. You have healing hands. You come from a long line of healers. I'm hearing shamans and medicine women. Duality. What goes around comes around. Be careful. Be wary. Don't forget the seeds you sow will be harvest tomorrow. Like I was saying, karma shows in divine timing and does not take sides. Karma is nothing but a mirror reflecting back whatever lessons we need to learn. Having said that, which one you want to start with? Okay. All right. Let's see. What else Spirit wants to say? What does Anubis has to say? What does Segment has to say? What does Isis have to say? Mother Isis, thank you, Mother, for being here. My ancestors. Has your heart been weighted against a feather? How are your actions? What actions have you taken? Do you take accountability for the actions you take, for the decisions will take you to these actions? And wherever your heart is where your actions will be. Tell us more. Thank you, Anubis. Thank you. Homeless. These people, readiness. They stay on guard all the time. They stay ready for another fight. They stay ready for another ritual. They stay ready for another attack. Yet their lives are being destroyed. Yet their lives are being put into chaos, into destruction. They don't care. They really don't care about their own people, like their own family, because what you do, it just doesn't concern you. You are part of a family line. That means all of them will take the hit. All of them. Okay? And I'm hearing in my mind's eye, one by one, they will fall. One by one. Heavy on that. One by one, they will fall. What's this? Tell us more. Give us more, please. Clarify. So, yes, now these people think it's just it just takes them to go to church. It just takes them for somebody to pray for them or over them so they can heal and then go back to what? To the same things again. Because these are the type of people that plant a mango tree and expect orange. Or you plant an orange and you expect an apple. These people keep, you see what I'm telling you? Readiness. As soon as they feel better, as soon as they, which I'm hearing and feeling that no more of that. Either you sit down or sit down. That's what I'm hearing. Anubis, thank you. If either you sit down or you sit down, or he's going to make you sit down. Origin. These people come from an origin, or they tried. You see what I'm telling you? They planted this seeds of poverty with the poverty mindset. These people keep and try to steal others' seeds, and they stole others' seeds, right? And expected to pick up from that seed, right? Once the tree was grown. But how is the tree going to grow if you don't nurture it? If you don't take care of it? So it's ridiculous that they were hoping, like I keep saying, they do the same things and expect a different outcome. As if it's a game, as if it's like a hope. They hope for a different outcome. They will hope and they wish and they have the audacity to be angry and come to God asking for fairness. You have to be really, really out there, really completely out of your understanding, right? Out of your mind, out of your soul, to think you're gonna pull a fast one on God or get him to do something for you or get him to side for you. And it's not about sides, actually. It's not really about side. God doesn't side with nobody. What we said at the beginning, has your heart been weighted against the feather? Was your heart lighter than the feather? I know mine has. I know mine is. And it hasn't been once. It's being weighted many times. Because this is the thing. We transform all the time. We don't stay stagnant. Um we're not linear. We don't stay stagnant. We constantly are moving, growing, expanding. There's new beginnings at every time you have a transformation, you have an opportunity of new beginnings, but these people don't understand that, mentally unstable. That's why they keep on ready to attack once again, even though they're doing bad, even though they're dying, even though their family members also are dying. One by one, they will go down. Imagination, hoping, wishing, but in an unrealistic way. Like I said, sowing the seeds for a mango tree and expecting oranges. Their imagination is way far out. With calm here is that you, us, I am calm. I can say this for myself. This, don't take it from my guides. Okay, this is my own saying. I am calm and I'm confident. And it's not my business, true words. It's not my business. I really could care less what happens to you. I have detached myself from all things, from all people from the past because they all did me wrong. Not one stood by my side. Not one. So your actions will be weighted. Okay? Your actions against me and against others will be weighted. And that has nothing to do with me. That is not part of me. That is not of me. I cannot control, neither direct, neither change. And I wouldn't want to either way. Because the best outcome that can happen to us is for us to finally understand, to finally come to an understanding of the things that we've done. They need a karma based on that. But that's for somebody that's significant. All right. All right, let's continue. Let's see. Not that tarot is important, but just that we can get a little bit more insight on this. Tell us more, Holy Spirit. What else does Anubis want to say? What else do you want to say, Anubis? Thank you. Okay, what else do you want to say? Thank you. What else do you want to say? Thank you so much. Look at that. I mean, same situations, same things. Remember that I'm going to include myself in this one as readers. Those true readers, those energy readers. All right? Not necessarily just cards. Energy readers who receive downloads, who are connected to God, who have a close relationship with God. I read what I sense, what I see, the way that I interpret my cards. Okay? It's the same thing over and over. I know it seems repetitive, but this is what's going on. And it needs to be aired out. It needs to be seen. And who knows? I mean, there's different type of readers and there's different readers and there's great readers out there, right? And always use your discernment, okay? Like I said at the beginning of this read, that maybe not the whole message is for you, but parts are. That's why you have to use your discernment, okay? And your intuition to know if it's for you or not. Having said that, these people have so much thirst, right? But they think they thirst for money. They think they thirst for power. They think they thirst for recognition. They think they thirst for support by peers and people, and respect by people and peers. In order to call yourself a leader, you have to had been approved by spirit itself, by the divine source himself. You cannot just come and name yourself. You cannot just come and put your own title, which I don't believe in titles. What the title that I do believe on is the one that God has placed on me. And as the high priestess, as I read and as I hold secrets of the Most High, information that only I have. When I say I only have, is because my soul and my path is different from others. I'm not saying that others high priestess don't have same information or even different from mine's. Okay? Because every path is different. Every person is different. You cannot compare. You cannot. We're not supposed to be comparing either way. None of us are different in a sense of like one is better than the other. God will never agree to that. All right? So, do you think these people have shown empathic actions? Have they shown empathy? Have they shown forgiveness? Have they shown complete forgiveness for themselves, for the people who has done them wrong? Because we're not going to say here that they are the way they are just because. No. It's always based on something. It always comes from something, from a trauma, an unhealed trauma. But even though that's the case, even though if that's the case, hurt people do not hurt people. That is a no-go. That is a no more, okay? No more. We are not gonna continue to create same cycles over and over again. Same situations, same traumas. No, we are healing. We are moving. We are helping. We are showing the way. As leaders, they want so bad the title of being a leader, of being seen, of being respected, of being this high power. Like I said in my other video, power is the knowledge that you know that you have the power, the reign, the responsibility, the calling to judge, all right? To call judgment. Yet you use your love. Yet you use compassion. Unless it is the point or the calling or the end for this person and it needs to be called. Okay, it is what the divine wants. Look at this. The Hierophant is in the verse. They are unable to heal. They are unable. They are unable to. Sorry, because I was hearing something too. Either way, they unable to. They were in the presence of God. They have the audacity to come to the presence of God and say, that is unfair. Why don't you give me her calling? Why don't you give me his calling? Why don't I be this important high priest? This important high priestess? Why can't I be the empress? Why are you asking that in the presence of God? Why do you have the audacity? Why do you think you have the right to speak or to underestimate or to try to change God's mind? Why do you feel that you have the right to say that God is unfair by the things that he does? Because in reality, money is not all, but it is the beginning of all evil. This thirst for money. Money can only deter you, money can only stray you. I'm not saying that money is bad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, what is in your heart? What do you want this money for? Why? That's what you need to be looking at. It's not the money. Okay, so these people, we want to have it all. Why? To continue to do wrong things, to continue to abuse others, to continue to step over others, just for them to be in the spot, just for them to take the spot. Have you been called? Have you been chosen? It is not how much you can steal this from others, right? Because in reality, you cannot steal it from others. You can try many times until you fail and fail and fail and fail and fail so much until you get to the point to the non-failing, no more, non-existent. It's like if you were burst into flames and then you all you left off is with ashes. I mean, that's the point that these people want to take. That's the path that these people want to continue to do. But that's on them. That's their decision. But you cannot steal this from others. Okay? This is a no-go. Anubis says, I am coming. Have been awaking. I have been risen. Because these people keep attempting against my lineage. It's kind of like a personal thing for him now. So you got to this point, right? Now let's see what decisions these people took in order to get to this point, to awaken the ancestors this way. And these are ancestors, right, that are not so much of like having compassion in a sense of like being patient and waiting. The divine waits a lot. Yes, he does wait. He does wait. He waits and waits and waits, right? But when the ancestors, when the angels get sent down, get sent out by the divine himself, you're pretty much screwed now. That's the path to no return. There's no going back. There's no changing. There's no pretending you didn't do this. There is no tear, no nothing, okay? Look at this. There is no nothing. Nothing can get you out. Nothing that you can do. No, regardless of how many rituals you can come up with, how many things you look for, how many priestess you look for, even regardless if you made a deal with the devil, I'm gonna tell you right away, right now, what that was, what your deal was. All right. So first we have the Two of Wands. So these people sit on the floor, looking at the window, only wishing for the outcome that they want. Wishing for your downfall will make them happy. That will be the best thing that can ever happen to them. Okay? So first of all, they're already wishing on someone else's downfall in order for them to win, in order for them to feel happy, to feel like it was worth it. Even if this, look, listen to this. I'm hearing it right now. Even if they don't get to live it. Okay, so let's pretend. All right? Holy Spirit, protect these words right now at this time. And do not let it be siphoned or taken. Even if they would get away with this, which they can, they wouldn't, it will be short to live. It will be short to live because you are so far off, right? that there is no way that you can actually live through it, even if you receive what you want. Having said that, let's move down to this one. So these are people that felt butthurt. These are people who, excuse me, confirmation burp, who feel who you enlighten the trauma of the abandonment trauma that they have. You came and shined that out to them like a torch, like a lantern, like a spotlight on their wounds, right? And they were unable to heal that and decided to come against you and decided to try to turn off your light. And here you are, you make everything look so easy, so you must have it easy, right? That's what they think, all right? So they come against you, trying to turn off your light, trying to steal your light in your spot, because you were sent to them for that reason, to reconsider, to heal. All they needed to do was that. All they needed to do was for you to let them, for you to lead them. They needed to be led. All right. Now they're out there with the worst trauma that what they had, because once you have an earth angel cross your path, trust me, if you thought that the abandonment that you had, the trauma of abandonment that you had before this earth angel crossed your path, it's going to be double, triple, whatever number you want to think about. 11:17 as I look at the clock. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Praises to the Most High. Thank you. Now they raise their wands at you, at us, earth angels. They raise their wands and they force us to also put boundaries on them. It's not about me being cold, because I'm sure that that's what they think. They think I'm some cold person, that I don't have love and I don't show love or empathy for people. No, it's not that. It's not that I don't have it. I'm not bitter or I'm not hurt. I heal my traumas. Trust me. It's just that I don't have it with you, because I get to choose who I use it with. I get to choose who deserves my attention, who deserves my love, who deserves my compassion. And it's not them. Nobody from the past. All right. So now we move down to from the Ace of Pentacles realm. Now we have, so there was an investment made, but the wrong one. And with the wrong one. With which, actually, with the worst one that you can actually make a path or invest in. The devil. The devil put you on a chokehold. You thought the devil was going to stand for you. There's no loyalty among thieves, okay? He's here to steal, lie, and destroy. And that's exactly what he did with you. Putting you, using your trauma, okay? Using your trauma, and you made decisions to use your power as the magician, as a creator, to create chaos, to create karma, to try to put your karma on others, to steal their gifts to try to steal their gifts and everything. This is not the first time you've done it too. So you see how far up you are, how far out. You use your will for that. And now you're out of options. And here you are sitting down thinking, which one should I choose? Mentally unstable. Because actually you don't have any choice. You have sold your actions. You have sold your soul through your actions. Okay? By working against an earth angel, not just that, by doing wrong, actually. Because I don't want to make it sound like it's just because if it's against an earth angel. No, regardless. Regardless. Stop trying to minimize people. Stop trying to underestimate people. You don't know what a person, where that person could come from, what kind of lineage it comes from. You don't know. So in reality, because we don't know, there's so much that I can meet. You will need your discernment for that, but you don't have it because you're mentally unstable. And these people were working through their traumas, creating more chaos, creating more mess for themselves and wishing the downfall of others. That all of that is coming back, is here to bite you in the ass, is here to show you that what you want for others, make sure that what you want for others is something good. Because as you do to others, you will be done too. With the sword that you lift on others, and by the sword that you unalive others, it will be the sword that be stuck into you. Figuratively speaking, okay? So, once again, guys, spiritually, in the spiritual world, there's so much, all right, that you can only go slow, little by little. You cannot sit here or stand here and pretend that because you were born into a family of priestesses, it automatically makes you a priestess. How did your family reach that level? Did you ever ask that? No, you just received the title because you wanted to be seen with power. You just received the title because you want to be seen with respect and high honor. But did you even bother to look it up? No, right? All these espiritistas, all these santeras, all these voodoos and Congo spirits and all, I know, I get it. They're part of the ancestry. They're a part of the ancestors. But did you even took a minute out of your freaking life to search this up? Don't think that because they're your ancestors, all did right by the family, by the lineage. They were here in this world. Just like you make mistakes, they made mistakes the same way. And some were bigger than others. And some were messes that they were left of for us to fix. For that chosen one to fix. So it's fun. It seems like people take this like so lightly. And it's not. There's depths to this. This is no game. This is no game. You were supposed to search what things your family did, what trauma, what karma they were carrying with. But, I mean, if we're going to talk about these people, well, it's too late for these people. And they already chose. They already chose. They even lost their own. They're losing, and they lost some of their family members because of this. Okay? There's nobody and no thing above all that is, which is Source Creator. Don't get it wrong now. Don't forget who created this. Case dismissed. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Namaste.